I have to admit, rant-wise, though, debating Republicans is a complete waste of time. It's like trying to play chess with a pigeon. No matter how fucking good you are at it, all it's gonna do is strut all over the board, knock over all the pieces, crap on it, and strut around like it won something at the very end of things. It's true. It's pointless. There's no fucking good reason to debate them at all, you know? So I've gone to the Republicans and I've thrown this shit in their face before. I've pointed out like obvious truths too. Like, you motherfuckers should have nominated Rubio. So I'm glad that you fucking went with Trump and then he gets elected and they're like, oh, showed you. And it's like, yeah, yeah, with all the damage that he's going to do to the Republican brand while he's in office. Good, good, good. Like he was radioactive. There's a reason why he fucking lost. And then, they'll come at us with this whole like they'll look at your page and they'll see libertarian socialist. You're so stupid. You can't even see that those are contradictions in terminology. Like you're a fool. Despite the fact that not all of the socialists and everything back during the historical period were really you know uh they were not how should I put this? They were not all government, worshippers. Not all of them thought that the path forward when it came to socialism was through, a central government or, implementing, the tanks. And a lot of us turned into really big critics of the USSR in particular because of the fact that, it didn't really seem to be all that much of a socialist state if you look at the actual definitions of the term. And there were anarchists and everything, all anarchist socialist, all anarchist and anarcho socialism was a thing and a force that ran up through the communes and in Catalonia and everything. And I mean these are people that don't know their fucking history that think that you're stupid because you've aligned two terms that when you use libertarian the way that in the American discourse libertarian is used, but we don't mean libertarian, or define libertarianism the way that the US Libertarian Party does. We don't think of that term the same way that they do. So, we're using completely different definitions than the Libertarian Party does. So there's no contradiction. It's such bullshit. Like not everybody that was part of like the libertarian, not everybody that was part of the socialist movement saw like the avenue towards reform as going through the state. A lot of them thought that they were much better pushing forward in directions of things like labor strikes and revolution, to say the least. Like these people think that there's been like this contradiction and that this person is brain dead because of the fact that they see this. And it's like, no, actually that's you and your perception that's brain dead. I mean, study your history. You'll find that libertarian socialism has a rich fucking history in of itself. Like, you're dead, dead, dead wrong. And then, it's like, well, if you really feel that way, move to Venezuela. And you find yourself face palming, because I mean, the terminology when it comes to economics has been so obscured and obfuscated and rendered mysterious to such an extent that if I were to say, like, I think that the Nordic countries represent a better model for American society and would like to see us push in that direction, they will fire back at you that Norway is not a socialist country. And it's like, no, but I didn't actually say. And they'll throw up the prime minister of like Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and they'll have them come up and say that they're not socialist countries. And it's like, yeah, but they're countries in which the democratic socialists have had a major foothold for quite a while inside as far as political parties are concerned. And me being a libertarian socialist or not, I'm an American. Like, I I don't like. So the thing is that I've had to deal with the reactionary right wing hellscape that this country is, and they like scarcely know any socialism at all. I've never if I, to live in this disgustingly right wing country where you know we don't even have a robust safety net. Like there's holes shot straight through it. It's as treadbare as it's fucking possible to be, and the Republicans are salivating over making it even more treadbare. Like, like they want to sabotage what's left of it at this point. They're trying to use the debt ceiling to force that to happen. And despite all of those factors, despite like everything that's going into this, like they'll throw this at you. You'll be like, I think I would support the Nordic model for the United States. Well, those aren't socialist countries, is what they'll say. And it's like, have you motherfuckers think that you're so fucking brilliant about economics and everything, and that I'm a fucking idiot, and that everybody on the left doesn't understand anything about it, but you wouldn't even be. If I threw the term mixed economy at you, your brain would go to mush. You wouldn't even have the first fucking clue what I was talking about. And so my accusation is that, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden are not socialist countries because those countries have a mixed economy. A mixed economy is variously defined as an economic system blending developments of a market economy with elements of a planned economy, markets with state intervention, or private with public enterprise. Common to all mixed economy is a combination of free market principles and principles of socialism. Why there is no single definition of a mixed economy. One definition is about a mixture of markets with state intervention, referring specifically to a capitalist market economy with a strong regulatory oversight and extensive intervention into markets. Another is that of an active collaboration of capitalist and socialist visions. Yet another definition is apolitical in nature, strictly referring to an economy containing a mixture of private enterprise with public enterprise. So the first thing that you need to know is that the United States itself is a mixed economy. A lot of people hate that about our system. I don't. You know, we live in a country that already mixes socialism and capitalism together and tries to get, the best of both worlds out of, both deals. I mean, we have a welfare state. We have a system in place for people that, fall through the cracks of the workforce. My problem with our system is that it's just not robust enough. It's not generous enough at all, for people that find themselves in that situation. One of the reasons why I now own a business and, sell on Amazon and sell toys. But, my extreme frustration with all of this is that, you have not actually won the debate when you come back and are like, "Ha ha, checkmate, socialist." Denmark itself denies that it's a socialist country, and it's like, yeah, I agree. Denmark isn't a socialist country, but Denmark isn't a socialist country precisely because Denmark has a mixed economy that blends elements of socialism with capitalism. So it's neither capitalist or socialist, but both at once. Now, checkmate, conservative.